Hello everybody, my name is Petr Koutný and I'm going to show you a really nice and beautiful chess game, and this chess game is coming from Géza Maróczy and Savielly Tartakower. This game was played in Teplice 1922 and I believe that you will enjoy it to watch this game till end. So if yes, feel free and press like or press follow and make my day, and I will see you next time in our another YouTube chess video. Thank you very much. Let's come back. Both famous chess masters, I mean Géza Maróczy and Savielly Tartakower, are maybe unlucky, little bit underrated chess players in the history. Of course, everybody know Lasker, Alechin, Chigorin, Fischer, but these players were great as well, and it's a good idea to remember these players right now. So we are watching stone wall position. I mean, pawn formation is a center. It's something like a wall, and it's difficult for both players to break this wall. So it makes sense that both players will try to play in the wings. So white will try to play on the king side, and the black will try to outplay the white in the king side. And from now this position of course will be interesting, because both players will do their best to manage their plan. And now knight on e4 is absolutely without any doubt the best black piece. This knight is the most active black piece and of course is sitting in the right square in the center. I think that the best answer now is to challenge this knight and maybe to play move f3. So my advice is to go knight to d2, say knight to d7 and f3. I know that maybe white has small pawn weaknesses, but there is open b file, and of course this knight is gone from the most important square. Yes, black doesn't fear of this knight and he came to queen to c2. So both players will start their main plans. Now white played move b3. I think that maybe a little bit more active is b4, because this is exactly what this position is calling on of. So okay, knight to d7, b5, a4, a5, and of course this is really interesting position which was not played, but it's interesting where I am trying to show you how these two plans are working. Exactly, stone wall, white is trying to outplay it as much as possible black in the queen side, and black need to be active in opposite side of the chessboard. So this is really nice position, speaking how this position should be played. But let's come back, because this was only variation and white played move b3. Okay, both players need to play by their pieces, and rook to f6, starting black's attack maybe stronger or say faster. And what's faster is stronger is move g5, g4, and rook to f7. I mean that both players are still doing their best to start their raid plans on the right wings, but you know, it's a very hard question if white attack will be stronger or black attack will be stronger. So time is important if you are going for attack. Believe me that time is one of the most important factors. But here happened rook to f6. Of course, this move is not bad at all. Let's come back. Rook to e1. I think this move should be a little bit slower. Here I'm looking forward to see fast b4, c5, b5, a4, a5, a6. This is exactly what this position is calling off. So white need to be active. If white is not active, he will be soon under heavy attack, and this is what's going on. So rook to h6, and yes, first threats are here. Say in the air is move g5, g4, and of course h2 pawn is under attack. If h2 pawn is under attack, white's king is under attack, and that's really danger for white. So g3, okay, why not? But you know, every time if your opponent is playing from his pawns which are going to take care or save a white's king, this is a danger, and white's king is a little bit weakened. So queen to f6, and maybe one more time is a stronger move, g5. You know, need to be strong attack and need to be fast attack. So g4 make a sense, and okay, few change, and I think that this position is a danger. It's a danger to white. Of course, at the other side, white should lose a pawn, but that's not enough. That's not everything. I think that this position is maybe lost for white, but at least white not will be checkmated. Yes, still white's got two bishops, maybe he will get one or two pawns, and maybe this game is still open, but without any doubt, black is better. But, you know, bad bishop, not playing rook, and some pawn weaknesses are giving chance to white. So let's come back. This is another story, and black played this move. I think this is a good move. You know, if you are trying to start attack against white's king, say like here, you need to bring your forces as close as possible. So black's army is going to touch the target, and rook to f1, g5. We saw this move in every variation, so this move should be played. And g4, as we saw before, one exchange, and knight d2 came. Maybe it's a stronger to go forward. Yes, I know that this is a pawn down, but pawn down is not the game over. It's of course a big deal if white's got any compensation or no, because if not, he will be lost. But if yes, maybe he should save his life here. But that's another option, and I think that nobody is happy to lose pawn. Maybe white believe that black's attack it's not such a dangerous attack and he will survive. So for this reason he came to knight to d2, and wow, now let's watch this position, because black took on h2, and for many reasons I like this move, and it's the right time to remember both players. What a chess to take on h2. You know, you have to have huge fantasy, and you know, you need to be brave chess player. Happened. So black took. Of course, it's the rook for two pawns. It's enough. Knight to f6, and another pawn gone. So up to material, maybe this position favored white, but we are speaking about attack, and what black need to play. He need to bring this rook to game. So say maybe this could be something like a winning plan, but I will tell you in advance that the winning plan will be rook to f8 and rook to f3. Of course, it's really nice to watch how black's pieces are working together. So if black will manage to bring his pieces into the right squares and to start attack with all his power, black will be lost. White will be lost. Even white has more material. So knight to h5. Yes, of course, here is coming some threat. So this position, it's very hard for white to play. Unfortunately for him, his forces are blocked too far from the king, and it's not easy to come back to save white's king. So time is important, and looks like white is fighting for his life. So it happened, sorry, it's happened, come on, it's happened this move, queen to d2, and okay, I found this variation as interesting, bishop to d7, and rook to f8. So that's exactly what's going on, and if black will manage to build this position, I think his compensation is winning compensation. Just remember that this pawn is going fast forward, and it's hard to take this rook. For example, if white is taking this rook, there is another pawn, and you know, this is too much for white. So that's only idea how to play this position. Let's come back at the end of this game. You will see something similar. So knight to h5, I think we saw, and bishop to d7. Makes sense to bring the last rook. Without this rook, black is not winning. So this is a good lesson coming to you from this video. Every time bring all your pieces. You have to play by all your pieces, not only by 3 or 4. All of them need to be in a game. And if you will remember this position, I'm sure you will improve your chess. So let's move it. Rook to f2, check, and okay, the same variation. Maybe you will ask why white is not playing rook to h2. So I think still that white pieces are too far, and rook to f8, say check, and rook f3. This is exactly the winning plan here, and g3, take, and there is no question that black is winning. Even if we will count material, so say pieces, looks like white is a rook up. So in 100 position up to material, this is a winning advantage for white, but attack and activity and great position of black pieces, it's here a winning position for black. Anyway, 2 pawns here has a power like a rook. So don't count on the pieces. It's a good idea to count pawns as well. So the difference between white pieces, which are terrible passive, and black pieces, which are absolutely nice active, it's exactly the reason why black is winning here. So okay, let's move it, and we are going till end of this game. So bishop to g3, another hard attack. One exchange, g3, of course, black is not interesting to exchange the screens, and rook to f8, and of course maybe queen to g5 is stronger, but happened rook took on f1. Wow! So e5, and this is a strong threat. You know, what's the difference here? I mean that the difference here that these 3 pieces are not playing. They are not doing anything, and this is nearly every time the biggest reason why we are losing our games. We need to play with all our pieces, and it's a really risky or bad idea to have such a bad pieces as white got right now. Okay, both players were great players, and somebody has to win. So okay, bishop to g5, it's a beautiful move, and it's a bad position anyway. Black's king, it's weak as well as white, but the difference is that nobody's going to attack black's king, and even black's got only 3 pieces and 2 minor against rook. And the difference between activity of these 2 or 3 remaining pieces are such huge that right now black is winning and white resign. We saw, I hope, interesting and nice chess game. I hope you enjoyed, and it's a good time to remember both great chess players. So say thank you very much, Géza Maróczy and Savielly Tartakower, for your games, and I'm sure that they were great and strong chess grandmasters. So my friends, thank you very much for watching. I'm at the end of this video, so one more time, thank you very much for every likes and follows, and I believe that you enjoyed this video. That's all for now. Take care and see you soon. Bye bye.